cloning tips from outside of the box, all right? Or 100% success rate, Scotty. Guaranteed. Is that possible? Can you do you do 100% success rate in cloning?
Dude Grows is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All our content is legal and complies with YouTube community guidelines. So there.
Do I get my money back if I don't? Is there money back? Come on, let's get into it. I don't do 100% success rate, but I've had a couple good runs last few times. I mean, I'm definitely 80%, and you want the scragglers to get out of there anyhow, man. Come on, let's talk about how to grow some strong clones.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on some of the outside of the box tips I said that will give you extra success. Also, we're going to talk about edibles. Edibles, best recipe, and let's go over the math, man. I got a calculator on the show, Scotty. All right.
You going to do the maths, man? Is your math?
Well, we do have a local expert on our panel. Grambo, are you an edible expert? Can we say that?
I would say with at least 11 years weekly experience, I'm fairly well expertised.
Hey, right. I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm not in my studio. I'm down in Costa Rica doing a little bit of repairs to the place down here. But I was driving to the paint store this morning and I saw a giant advertisement for a gummy bear, and it just goes, "Ask a local." It was at the pharmacy and had gummy bears, and she goes, "Ask a local." Pretty classic. So the fall of prohibition is happening down here as well.
Do you want to say, hopefully you guys are catching us also live on realddc.com/TV every Wednesday, 420 Mountain. Producers, if you've missed any of those shows, go to your producers only tab. We have them all there for you, but anybody can catch them live, free Wednesdays, 420 Mountain. So come on over, realddc.com/TV. Last week we did a good review of the DDC Cup, uncensored, baby.
Yeah, that was fun one. What'd you do if I came back with a full head of hair? Next time you see me in the studio, man.
Oh no,
Chad Westport hair, huh? Grambo, I'd bring you one too, man.
I'd be weird. I think you'd ruin, Grambo. I think you'd ruin your look, man. You got a good thing going personally. Like I don't think you'd like.
You know what? I'll risk it.
Yeah, you know what? God, I wish there was like some kind of like AI that we could put all sorts of crazy hairdos on Grambo. That'd be cool.
All right. Before we hit this grow talk, big shout out, OG sponsor of the show, realgrowers.com, guys. Get everything you need all in one, even the grow system with the real buckets. Everything is real, Scotty.
Yeah, well, I'm on brand, sir. But man, I tell you what, I was doing a little bit more investigation. What was it? We did a short form on chlorine. Chlorine hurting microbes, hurting your plants. And I'll be damned, man. If you ever want to go down the rabbit hole, or I guess I made a video about it, it'll be coming out soon. But the way that organic material, things like those humic and fulvic acid molecules neutralize chlorine, that is interesting stuff, man. So yes, shout out to Recharge, man. If you're using chlorinated water and microbes, the Recharge got you back, man.
It'll eat the chlorine. It's vicious. Just kidding. Don't.
No, and nature fills a vacuum, and chlorine has empty electron rings, and humic and fulvic acids are these huge molecules. So those 3 parts per million of chlorine get filled. Those rings get filled by the humic and fulvic acid molecules, and everybody's cool. And then once it's neutralized, then the microbes wake up. So
neutralize.
Yeah, it's cool stuff.
All right, let's do this. Don't ever clone if you don't know that. Like, just try to come in with these hot leads, man. I'm starting to get a little whatever. But hey, let's hit the basics on cloning, Scotty. I want to give tips that are beyond the basics at first, but let's give a quick overview.
All right, you need good kit, right? So you need a good clone dome that's going to hold moisture. You need a heat mat so to get that moisture to evaporate up. Keep those clones nice and warm. You need to clone healthy plants. And what else am I missing, dude? As far as the basics.
Humidity, that heat mat's going to help. You're going to want to have a little mister on hand to either add humidity if you need to, or like you said, leave some water at the bottom of the tray.
Yeah.
Whenever leave your rooting plug sitting in water, there should be an air gap there. But definitely high humidity. We're talking at least 80% plus more. I run mine at 85.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And there you can get a VPD chart if you want, but you really don't need one for this, man. High humidity. The plants have no roots. So they are just keeping themselves alive through what is stored and then through just the moisture in their leaves. So
just since it is a grow show, you're all right. You're all right. If you do want to look at it, the VPD chart, they do have a cloning one, a vegetative one, and a bloom
Sure.
one. So looking at those, make sure you're looking at the right one. PulseGrow.com has some awesome ones. Hey, Grambo.
all right, I'm going to give you, hang on.
Go
If
ahead.
it's VPD, it's the opposite. So vapor pressure deficit, right? You don't want any deficit at all, right? So you want like VPD 0. Is that right? That makes sense.
I don't have the chart in front of you. That could make sense.
Equalization, vapor pressure equalization.
Equal. No, the deficit. All right. You got to do it backwards. Man. Don't, I'm trying to do conversion rates down here, and don't even get me started with math. They should outlaw math. All right.
Oh, so now that we got on the base, hey, show this clone kit. It's just a good picture of everything we just discussed here. The ACI clone kit, those rock. It has everything you need. It's cool because those LED light bars are completely dimmable. Because like you said, at the beginning of cloning, man, you barely need any, like the first 3 to 4 days, they can almost just sit on the bottom of a tent as long as they're just getting some light. But after that, you do want to tune them up. If you give them too much light at the beginning, I just did this the last time I cloned, and I had a vegetative plants. My LED was turned all the way up, and I'm like, they're going to do all right. Dude, it took them almost twice as long to root. And I'm like, shit, that must have just been that light stress on them at the beginning.
Wow.
So be careful with light intensity. And code Dude Grows at ACFA will hook you up on all their gear.
Hey, I love that product. Was that under $100 for that complete cloning system with lights
And an extensor too, if they can go tall. So if you need to keep them in there longer.
I use that. I even clone when I'm cloning short clones. I use that thing, man. Yeah, that thing's awesome. That's a no-brainer because it's got everything pre-selected for you. With light, I think it's Red 75 to 100 ppfd, somewhere around there. Man, and that's pretty easy too. You take your light meter, you put it on I would say on the floor of your grow, because that's probably where you'd get similar.
About
you know that?
It is.
But your floor can be cold, man. Your floor, if it's a concrete floor, that can definitely screw up the evaporation. So probably get it off the floor.
And on the subject of light, do raise them up as they day 3, day 4, start to give them a little more because you can get leggy clones quick if they start to root and you keep that low ppfd and you'll just have a huge long stint and just they're going. So
you're making this harder than it is, man. You can literally put them under 75, 100 ppfd of light. Put them, just put something, if you're going to put them on the floor, just don't put them on the concrete because the concrete will wick away a lot of heat from your heat mat. And you can put a piece of cardboard down or something that won't absorb water and create mildew. Just something to break the heat off.
let's get into our tip beyond the basics. Give me a couple tips, like beyond, we just gave the basics for cloning. What's some things that it's going to take it to the next level or help me succeed?
You know what's funny? As I was researching this, I saw our friend Emily Kyle, who's very cool. She has a very good social media presence where she's really trying to teach people how to grow their own. And she had a video. Can we show it? Are we allowed to show it? It's pretty ironic that we're about showing somebody. Yeah,
she's dipping in her rooting hormone.
Yep. And now she is letting it sit. She is letting that thing sit for a while.
So pause like Grambo. Just go ahead, Scott.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So they're just letting it sit in the water. Dude, you do this as well, right? You let it sit in the water for
those are a few of my tips. I was telling Grandma to pause it, but if you guys saw that plant, one thing you can do, those clones don't need that much fan leaf material. I always
That was my tip.
All
right, hang on. My tip is don't cut them that big. That thing is really big. It has no roots. It's got to support all that moisture in there with absolutely no roots. That to me, I would cut like dude said, I would cut some of the fan leaves off, or I wouldn't cut that from the top of the plant, the apical meristem. I would cut the top off, and then maybe there's a second one or third one down. God, I wish we could show plant material, dude. When's it going to change? Anyway, but just a smaller one. So it doesn't have a bunch of support. And then also a clone like that will take up 30, 15% of your cloning chamber, right? What are you going to get? 6 clones out of that thing? Yeah.
Yeah. So trim them back too. Like I said, I trim the leaves about 25 to 35% back. It keeps them neater in the dome. Then you don't have so much transpiration, moisture leaving the leaf surface that when you don't have roots can be detrimental really quick. Hence why we keep them in high humidity. And I take my clones bigger, like I'm about to take some. Here's like, I'll fill these jars. These jars are going to have a little bit of a rooting solution, vitamin B. I'm going to take my cuts, won't be my final cuts. So I'm going to soak them in here for like overnight to 24 hours to get the good, what I say, to get the good juice up into the clones. It's a great tip to make sure they're full. You get rooting high. Picture when we were kids in school and like you put the celery stalk in the food coloring.
Sure.
And like you see it moving up. So I want those rooting hormones and those like B vitamins that get into that plant as well as I'll do a little light nutrient solution.
Dude, we get it. Me and dude were getting into it last night about the B vitamins. I'm like, show me the facts, man. But we did learn a little bit, man. The B vitamins are a big component in kelp. And a lot of time they're extracted from kelp. And maybe I think the loophole. Cannabis people in general are good with loopholes, is that there's all sorts of hormones in kelp. There's the auxins and cytokinins and things that make roots and make dense little bushes. And man, I think that they might be saying B vitamins extracted from kelp and then leaving in the hormones.
I will shout out to the Cannabis tonic, man. That great kelp extract, and it's awesome for cloning. So
not a kelp, man. Are you nuts? It's an extract, okay? But it is true, man. They can do all this stuff, man. They can separate them all chemically or physically.
So what I was just saying is I soak the plugs. I'm going to, in the same solution, I'm soaking the cuttings in. And guys, I hear some people, man, I just dip in some aloe or I can clone in plain water or I don't even use rooting hormone. We're trying to like be as successful as possible, 100% as fast as possible to have strong cuttings. So soak the plugs as well. And Scotty, I know you like to use some recharge, right? As far as just to...
I do. The nature fills a vacuum, just like I was talking about the chlorine with recharge before. So when you have a pathogen, if you got that pythium or whatever comes in and tries to get to the roots or even to the root zone, there's just billions and billions of microbes, beneficial ones, and they just don't fit in and they just don't get a foothold. So and by the way, recharge and all the auxins and all that in kelp, they do make things root. And so I end up getting these big, strong plants. Just great clones, big white roots. Looks good.
Yeah, I dig. And I got one more tip here. Water your donor plants. Make sure they're thoroughly, or I water even when someone's right before, a couple hours before, even if the plant feels like I could probably let it go. I want to make sure that plant is as saturated and happy as possible. And I'm watering in some of that vitamin B with my base nutrients as well to get it into the plant always I can.
Turgid AF, dude. Turgid. No, seriously, you're about to cut the roots off this thing. You're about to cut its whole support system off and then get it to try to reroot through the moisture that's in your clone dome. So if you're going to do that, man, you want to make sure that you are giving it every advantage you can. Okay, hormone. If I put hormone on there, it'll make more roots or make roots faster or encourage roots. Sure, I'm going to do it.
100%.
Perfect environment. By the way, I feel like I'm doing this from inside a clone dome right now. 96. It is 96 out, bro. Okay.
And shout out, Scott likes the Clonex. They have a rooting gel in a little disposable pack and rooting solution as well that you can soak your media and water your plant with.
Yeah. And again, sometimes I'll ask you, why do you get that? What's in there? Why would you pay for that? I'm not really sure why I pay for the rooting solution, but it does work. It's probably just a little bit of, IBA or some kind of rooting hormone in with some, 30 or 40 parts per million of nutrient water, but it works good. It only takes a little bit too.
That is one tip that I see a lot of people not doing, and I've been digging on that little, like you said, 25 to 30% nutrient water. Can a start? That's like a light 1 part nutrient. You can do it yourself. Yeah, that one's ready to go. I mean, you can mix your base nutrients as well, quarter strength, but that clone my clones never get any yellowing. They don't skip a beat. They have that little bit of nutrient.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to see. What's hit?
What are you
real
doing?
quick?
You're doing a gallon. Maybe you're mixing up a gallon or 2 gallons, but probably 1 gallon. I mean, what's that, man? It's pennies, all right? Pennies a gallon. No, it's probably $1 a gallon, right?
We should touch on the styles because I know Scotty, me and you, we're rooting plugs. Rooting plugs either made out of cocoa, peat, whatever, rapid rooters. Some people will use rock wool. You can do that in these domes too. We're cloning in domes, but some of the DGC, we got Captain Kush. We also have Addicted to Autos, Matt Grows. They're all using Aero cloners or like an easy cloner system and say they're having 95 to 100% success rate every time. These systems aren't bad. Why?
Because they're easy. The easy cloner is easy, man. I agree, man. I had to make sure I knew I was going out of town. I didn't know whether my clones would be done or not in time. As a matter of fact, I got like 4 stragglers that Kenny's got to go transplant for me. But as a backup, I took my little bubble cloner out, and I think I got 9 or 10 that go in there. They're all fine. They're absolutely awesome. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to pull them out. They do, you'll get some that will root a lot faster than others, but eventually they will all root. And man, it does work great. There's no cover that's needed. You have to keep the water in the unit. I almost put a float valve on there. That's how lazy I am.
I agree. If you got to get out of away or be away and you can't manage it, but man, when you soak in a clone dome, it can be good usually for like at least a week, would you say? Maybe 5 days at least. You're watering in, having some moisture at the bottom before any of those cuts need more water.
I don't know, man, dude. I have to like every 2 to 3 days when I have that AC Infinity dialed up, the AC Infinity heat lamp, heat mat dialed up. I got the thing pretty much dialed up to high. And then I will run, I have like 7, I'll put the light on 7, but by the end of it, you're right, I will turn that light up to 10, man.
Tips for 100% success rate. Give us some comments down below. And don't forget, if you guys want more Grow Talk live, today at 420 Mountain, we are going to be over on realddc.com/TV. So come join us over there. It's free to check us out. It's our fun, uncensored Grow Talk show. Man, I want to hit on a little bit of comments. I'm scrolling through realddc.com. Got a little bit of good vibes and Grow Talk here. And I'm talking about executive producer. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stepping up. Angus 420.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that was great. Great to hang out with. It's so much fun to meet everybody over at the DGC Cup. Put faces to the names. Tight work, Angus.
Angus says, you don't really realize how privileged you are to be able to grow your own until you're sitting in a circle of people who don't grow and are passing around joints of dispensary weed. I passed around a cone of emergency last night, and everyone asked what dispensary they could buy that strain from. As I sit there wearing my oil farmer shirt and DGC hat, I had to explain that you had to know the right people to get a cut of that plant and grow it yourself.
Man, I've been hanging out with my buddy down here. We're doing some work. I got my contractor buddy down here with me, and he's from Florida. And he goes to me the exact words, "Hey, what's up with the medical weed? It doesn't get you high." And I was like, really? So I gave him some of mine, and seems to be doing the trick.
Yeah. So what's the quick word on the street? Like, what's the market report? Can I guess will you be incriminating yourself? Like, what's happening?
Oh, in Florida?
No, in Costa Rica. Like, how much is an ounce?
It costs you like, I don't know, probably 20% of your bag. You got to tip to the airport guy, and then you just go through. No, I'm just kidding. They don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit about weed. Maybe I am incriminating myself. My brother Trip, man, he's the guy that does all the. They don't care, man. They just don't care. I told you that before about. Except don't go to some crazy country. All right, don't go. Where's the one that they won't let them out of?
I don't know. There's a lot still, unfortunately, where you might go for a while.
Actually, I hate to say it, man, but Mexico. Remember that guy that was a Rogan that I was listening to? And it was this guy that was went down the party in Tijuana from San Diego and had an ounce of weed with him and ended up getting 8 months for it in Mexico.
Like a UFC fighter or something?
Yep. He won his fight, went to go party, and ended up 8 months down there, man.
He must not have the right bribery money. It's typically how
That's exactly what it was. It probably took his people 8 months to save up enough money to get him out.
He's like, come on, everybody. Everybody
Hey,
work
just-
double time.
I am down here in Costa Rica and it is beautiful, but I'm just going to talk to my American friends, or I should say Canada's amazing as well. My caretaker here, the person that cares for my house, got bit by a spider. I don't know what kind of spider it is. I mean, it is a lump like that big. And she's like, oh, today is Wednesday. I can go between noon and 2, and there will be a dermatologist from another town coming here to help all the people. Like real medical care. It's you don't understand how lucky you are. You're living in the first world.
Well, I'm going to take it to one more producer comment here because I thought this was fun. Producer Sean Samilia is setting up. He was asking the DDC, he's getting a new 2x4 tent to set up as like a living soil organic tent to try that. He's got another 3x3 that he's going to run on New Mill. So he was asking about in this 2x4, he's going to run the Bluemont irrigation system. Shout out their Sustainable Village there at the DDC Cup. They do have some cool irrigation systems. Grassroots fabric pots, which are also awesome for living soil, friend of the show, and Build a Soil 3.0. So that's a water only mix for the first round. Thickums and Red Weasel were like giving thumbs up, but I did want to, Sean Sensimilia, update me, send me a message. I'm kind of cool. I want to see Scotty. So he's going to have 1 tent living soil, 1 tent all New Mill, which is bottles, which is fine. The DGC Cup had top 3, 2 of them, I think, were living soil, and 1 was synthetic.
Sure.
So I wonder at the end, really, we always say it's about the genetics, but what differences we'll see. I'm sure they'll both be fire, but visually, will we see differences?
Give me someone that's got great genetics, like an Arnold Schwarzenegger person, right? How much of that, if he didn't have access to the gym, and if he didn't, that's his environment, and then he didn't have access to good food, and then then it would be, following the right principles. But all those things, you can't really do one without the other, right?
True. I would like to see, and he's growing, no joke. So he's got the genetics going. But not if you're starting from seed. So let me know on that. We can't do this experiment from feed because you'll have different phenos. But what's going on here?
What's just happening, Grambo?
Arnold Schwarzenegger has 2 sons. One's that he raised with his diet.
Shut up.
His mom raised on her diet. And
I don't believe it.
Environmental control.
Yeah. What happened to the one with the cleaning lady?
That's the fit one.
Gotcha.
Maria raised the
God love him, man. I love that he's got a flaw too,
I'm not following, but I think I got it. The cleaning lady.
Yeah. Google it, man. Just Google it. All right. Just ask a local.
Is that not okay? Should I?
All right. Sean Samilia, keep us in the loop on that. I like it when people are doing side by sides, setting things up. That's fun.
Yeah.
Fun things to do in the grow. Track the data.
This is an art, though. You said track the data, so that's science, right? And I'm sitting here saying it's an art. Man, it is a marriage of the two, right? I mean, there is science involved, but even the way you're breeding, the way you're feeding, the way you're watering, whether you choose to skip a day, all that is your art.
Yeah.
I'm
excited. For the first time ever, I'm growing in summertime. I have 6 350 HLG 350s, but I'm only going to fire up 2 of them. So I have a 700 watts. My room's 5x12.
Man.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
You know how much weed a 6 lighter plus heat. It's like I don't need all this herb right now. I'm sure it's fun to give away this and that, but I'm gonna have peppers in there. I'm gonna have the cannabis. But when I fire my room back up, and shout out, man, I want to shout out to the deals here because I'll take you to the realddc.com/deals. This is all the gear that we're using. Scotty uses the DDC vetted gear uses. And Grambo, take me to the Pulse Pro. The Pulse Pro, when I'm setting up the new room, dude, it's giving me everything, Scotty. And I told you, if you guys listen to the show, I'm going to run a 10K finishing bulb. So I'm excited to see this will measure spectrum, what that really looks like, the actual spectrum of it. And I'm running all the same clones. So I'm going to do like that Sean Samilia was doing, some A and B testing. So I'm really excited to do things I haven't done in the grow. PulsePro.com, guys. If you guys want to check it out, PulseGrow.com, code DUDE. That thing does everything. It's my favorite device for your grow as far as monitoring CO2, PPFD, all that jazz. So
yeah, that is cool.
And gives you all the data by every second. It's nice when you're firing up equipment. You can see where, shit, man, the humidifier has these spikes, man. I don't need these spikes. I got to figure that out. And it's really nice to look at all that.
My humidifier and my dehumidifier have been fighting each other for the past 7 days. All right. Let me unplug one of those.
Have you seen that? Yeah. When you see the lines going like, you're
Yeah.
like, okay, there's just a fight of equipment here. I'm wasting power. All right.
Not my girl. I don't make those mistakes. Grambo did. Where is Grambo?
All right, let's get a fall of prohibition report here. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Dude, can you guess the temperature and humidity? Guess I don't know what the VPD would be, but what do you got?
95 and the humidity is 85.
It's 97 and the humidity is 90.
Wow.
I could clone right now, man. I could clone right here, bro.
You don't even need a dome, nothing, man. I love it. Nope. You're living in the dome right now. You are in the dome doing the show.
In the dome, man. In the dome. Grandpa, you're making me look good anyhow, right? Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. Cannabis rescheduling. Yay, man. Following this story is a pain in the butt. It is firing some companies up. We can give an update where rescheduling is now. I asked Scotty when we were prepping for this. I'm like, is it even rescheduled? Like, what's happening with it? Is it?
Yeah, I don't even have, for some medical patients or something like that. I don't know, but it's not rescheduled enough. Let's put it that way.
What I read directly, and this is rescheduling cannabis from 1 to 3, that is the initiation of an expedited administrative hearing process to consider the broader rescheduling of marijuana. Hold on.
That was the most ridiculous set of words. And then at the end, it was just to consider. Oh my, all right, I'm out. Yes, sir.
That's what they said to the new hearing beginning June 29th. Soon, Scotty, 2026, June 7th, will provide a timely and legally compliant pathway to evaluate broad changes to marijuana status under federal law. What the hell is all that? That's where it's at right now.
You would think people that are hired and spend their whole careers making laws would be good at making laws, but they're not.
Yeah, we had the word consider, you caught, and then the hearing's it's going to legally maybe evaluate a pathway.
Evaluate a pathway, yes.
So this is me holding my breath. Eventually, this somehow is going to happen. But what caught our attention was a headline here out of Marijuana Moment. Drug testing industry and pharmaceutical company asked court to pause Trump's marijuana rescheduling move. I'm like, who the hell? Okay. Why are they against this?
It was just funny. I mean, this is one of those that is so on the nose that we just look at them and be like, really? This is the drug testing companies that went and testified that they're going to lose money. If you guys legalize weed, we're going to lose a huge part of our business, most of our business. And it's ridiculous, man. So that is so silly.
NDASA, the National Drug and Alcohol Screening Association, along with, these are the two that are found in the lawsuit, MMJ International Holdings. And what
should not be able to use that
MMJ.
Right? Yeah. What is going on with that?
Here we go. Here's what they're alleging, Scott. Moving marijuana to Schedule 3 will cause many employers to stop testing for marijuana altogether, and thus will cause unrecoverable losses in revenue for NDSA's members who evaluate drug test results. The rescheduling order will also inflict irremediable harm on MMJ International Holdings because it says MMJ Biopharma have invested more than $10 million in nearly a decade lawfully developing Schedule 1 cannabinoid treatments. By moving competitors' products to Schedule 3, it is not going to be good for them. That is crazy, man.
Wow, that is crazy. I don't know what to say about that.
We should have filed something when pounds dropped below 3,000. We should have sued.
Yes, Grambo, you're my lawyer, man.
What happened to sucks to suck, loser? That's what they
Yeah, find another niche, man, you know?
But there are all types of economies you found that, prohibition fuels the funding for.
A lot. It's not a coincidence that this stuff, that cannabis has been kept illegal. Since people have been enjoying it. Our parents were enjoying it in the 60s, and it's been kept illegal that long, and it is because of money. And I was just thinking about it, man. I've been arrested for weed. My car got impounded. It was 1980 something, but it cost $250 in the 80s to get your car out of impound. The tow truck, I had to pay the tow truck money. So the tow company made money. The impound yard might be the same thing. The courts who paid for, I had to pay court costs. I got on probation. So for a year of probation, I had to pay for that. And then thank God they didn't, actually they did drug test me, but it was back in the day. But dude, then you got to pay for drug tests. Dude, drug tests can be $40 twice a week.
Yeah. And then of course, what about the percentage of people that don't pass those drug tests simply because they medically use cannabis or they feel like they have the right to do it? So screw your drug test. And then they get deeper into fines, deeper into probation.
This is America here, man. Or I should say I'm in Costa Rica. I don't know what happens. But in America, they put your ass in jail. You fail a drug test, you are standing up, getting cuffed, and going to jail. Be careful, guys.
It depends on where you're at, what's going on, and what's happening. Substantial, depending on where you're at. You fail a drug test, you're going to jail. Depends on why you're getting tested. We had actually a good comment on one of our shorts on DGC Grow Talk from Oland Blunt. He says, need a law to make it illegal not to partake. I got pulled over for a headlight going out on a railroad track. I tested at 43 nanograms, took them to trial and won, but the med card was needed to fight. And I mentioned that on the show a lot. Some people don't want to partake in the medical system. They're on the books or whatever, but it can be a great legal defense if you're in a state where they're trying to prosecute or go after people for saying you're too high to drive, and you can be too high to drive. But regardless, that's my pro tip, Scotty.
Do me a favor. I'm sorry. Who was that gave that comment?
Did I get that?
It's all good. I tell you what, if you would just let us know how many hours it took, and then how many thousands of dollars to defend yourself. And I'm just curious. I guess to defend yourself, theoretically, you shouldn't have to pay for a lawyer. But yeah, I'm just curious about that.
That'd be scary. I don't know if I want to go to court on my own accord.
No, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I was just thinking about all the court costs. What I was thinking about is there's people that end up getting in trouble. They'll get maybe their car impounded or something like that. Remember I told you it was a few $100 to get my car out of impound? If you don't have that money, they keep your car. There's a lot of people, you got a $4,000 pickup truck or whatever the hell. I don't know how much they are now, used truck.
Well, they could go after the real estate. They go after all kinds of shit.
Yep. RICO Act, baby. They'll come in Florida. They can't take your house, though, man. If you're a real criminal, move to Florida, all right?
Back working at the grocery store, there was a little heat going around, and I'm like, man, they won't be taking my car. They wouldn't. Attorney's like, they wouldn't want your cars, dude. Like, all right. And that was always a thing. As a grower, I don't know. Some guys would show up at the grocery store, like in a, 6-figure range.
Flexing.
I'm like, don't flex at the grocery store. Actually, don't flex anywhere if you're doing shiz.
You flex at the strip club. That's where you flex. All right, man. I'm just kidding. Hey, I want to tell you that I was doing some research on this, and I was like, yeah, the court cost and everything. And then they go, well, don't forget about the debt collectors that make money collecting debts, with a 30% interest or whatever, from people that couldn't pay their court costs. So now they, the whatever court costs, they got to start getting, 20%, 25% financing. Maybe you finance that debt for, could be 30%. Isn't our credit cards of the 30% now?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So think about there's literally an economy on servicing debt from people that have gone on probation or got arrested. that's pretty
30,
deep.
30. Mine's only 29.8, so no big deal.
But seriously, man, that is there is a whole infrastructure meant to, I hate to say it, I'm going to go more general, to keep people down. It really is, man. I really believe in America. They want the upper class staying that way and the working class staying that way. Look at how much they want you to gamble.
Well, I'm going to bring it back with a comment here from GGC Future 3 Jeff, I think it's, what do you got, Grambo?
Future Jeff, man. Future Jeff, but he's all
Oh, it's the hip.
the threes are backwards, man.
Showing my age. All right. Am I going to nail this name? Is it when John Bonier? what do we, who's this cat?
Call him Boner, man. Call him Boner. Who is that guy again?
He's a boner.
Who is that guy? I'm
Just pronounced Boehner, but yeah.
Boehner. Yeah.
Okay. So when John Boehner went from being Speaker of the House to an early investor in Ohio cannabis, it was a good sign. I'm in Indiana, and it's popular to say, oh, look at that guy. He does not look.
Dude, just hang on. It's a good sign that guy decided to jump ship and invest money in a cannabis business. That's the worst sign. That means he rigged the system, man.
So is this
You know what I mean?
Indiana?
That's not
I
a good
agree.
sign.
And if you do play the game that I like to, like, show me somebody's face for 5 seconds, do I trust him or not? And like, no, I don't trust that guy. I feel like he's going to arrest me or some shiz. Future Jeff, I'm in Indiana. It's popular to say Eli Lilly and Big Pharma stopped legalization here. And sometimes we do that mantra on the show, right? How much is Big Pharma, funding all smart approaches to marijuana and these campaigns and bringing back fear mongering? But Future Jeff says, I work for an adjacent company. Don't know what an adjacent company, but sounds like some.
That means they're kind of in a similar industry. Maybe they're the accountant for them or something. You know what I mean? Something where they're adjacent. All right, Grambo, please.
Well,
You nailed it.
it says, I work for an adjacent company, and I can say pharma isn't really concerned with cannabis. Big Alcohol is very concerned with cannabis, though, but it's never about safety or morality. Nixon escalated the panic because the groups who opposed him the most, hippies and minorities, happen to really enjoy cannabis. We haven't really shaken that image since then. I do more engineering work in my grows than I do in my engineering job. Nice.
I just think about like the 50s and then it turned into the 60s. Like the Beatles. Have you ever seen the Beatles when they did She Loves Me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then after they did Sgt. Pepper's, like it is, I could see why it scared the hell out of old people, man. Weed and acid.
Well, I did a little research on the big pharma back in the day, and companies like, don't forget history, like Eli Lilly, and Park Davis, which I think are now subsidiaries of like Pfizer or some shit. They paired up. You love doing that.
Yes, man.
These two companies back in the day, I mean, we're talking pre-prohibition, paired up, and they created their own strain, grew a plant, and they named it Cannabis Americana, which is a domesticated indica strain, and they're now a subsidiary of Pfizer. They also prescribe cannabis for a variety of ailments, epilepsy, what they call female problems, migraines, stomach worms, mental illness, and addiction. It was also used as an aphrodisiac as well as treatment for sexually transmitted diseases. So they attended to all your sexual health problems with cannabis. Kind of crazy, right? This is
You got herpes? Try some CBD. Here's some Cannabis Americana.
Yeah. So they had a catalog with over 30 different cannabis products. So that's like, why did you change, man? Why did you jump ship? I guess so you can control.
Should we put up the picture of John Lennon again, Grambo? That's why, sir. Okay, man. That scared the hell out of me. My grandma was scared of that guy in 66. All right. Let alone Jesus, man. That is 1 year. I thought that was 77. That is 1 year. Yes, man.
Well, I'm curious where you're at, because each state has different laws, different rules. How will Schedule 1 going to Schedule 3 affect you? I mean, I've been told that, states' medical systems and rec systems will be respected. You're still going to be allowed to home grow if your state allows to home grow. What have you heard, though, on the local level? Is this going to be a good thing or a bad thing? We all know it should be descheduled, I believe. Tell me if you don't think it should just be descheduled, but give me some good comments, though. All right. I want to shout out some DGC producers, the mother effing backbone, Scotty, of the show. You producers have been helping us produce this show for a lot of years, over a decade now. Never do it without you. We got a few choice sponsors, but man, being listener supported, DGC producer supported makes a ton of difference. Your $10 a month is huge. Some of you stepping up to the executive and associate producers. Thank you. I'm going to start off today with What 10K LG? What we got from that? 10K LG? 10K large?
Yeah, man. Give me 10K LG, man. Be cheap about it, man. Don't be cheap.
So that means we're just not getting 10s, 20s, and 5s. That's the code there. All right. How about
10K
420?
large, all right? With the 10 large is 10K, right? So maybe he needs 10,000 thousands, right? Cool.
I don't know, but it sounds like he'd be hanging out with 420. Stay gold. Both of them are hanging.
Do you know Stay Gold, dude? What movie it's from?
I don't.
See, Grambo, he's not going to know, man. He's not going to know. We got one at the end for you, man.
It's no pony boy.
The Outsiders, no. Oh, you're Canadian. You probably never saw it.
All right, I'm giving up to Big Daddy Ski. What's up, Big Daddy? Who do you go? Oh, I'm taking the next one.
Come
too.
on.
What up,
All
Kuzmas? Kuzmas.
All
Got
right.
some weed coming my way right now in the mail. Canada Post.
Yeah.
Delivering me some fire. And thank you. Kuzmas always labels it with the nutrients that he grew it with, the strain it was. I love just to have the details with those little goodie bags.
That is deep in the paint, bro. Yeah, all right, man. How about get in the pool? Get in the pool 27. All right. Is that a commandment, man?
And we
I'll do it.
out that weekend DGC Cup. It was nice hanging out with you. Get in the pool.
All right. You know what? I'm doing it, man. I'm doing the after show from the pool, homie.
If they don't get in the pool, you throw people in the pool. But this day and age, like too many people got cell phones in their pockets, and then you got an issue.
Hey, man, let me shout out to Gringo That Grows. All right.
Yes.
You would never throw me in the pool. All right.
No. DGC producers, 30% off all Real Growers products. You can't beat that friggin' deal. I'm also putting up here, go check in your producers only tab right on the homepage. DGC Cup VIP goodie bags. We had some extras, man. Those got some seeds here now. Kits. We also had sea vaults. You're just going to have to see. They are the VIP goodie bags. So I'm going to hook some of those up. Go over there, guys. You'll see how to enter to win. And lastly, we have a new DGC hat. New DGC, what do I call it? The Black Louis hat. It's got is that the style with the little embroidered, like,
Yeah, I think so.
It's the most elaborate
Good
DGC hat we've ever produced. The visuals don't do it justice.
Show the gold leaf.
A
Show the gold
blind
leaf.
eye could read this hat. There's so much braille. You know?
Sure. Did banner update? Do we have the under the brim? Yeah, sure. There we go. See, we got some custom shares. And then on the back now, it has the Dude Grows straight across the back of the cap as well. So that's fresh. And the Alpine Hemp Company, shout out, does an awesome work. All the hats are hand numbered. See what number you get. Limited edition. Producers, don't forget you get 20% off all DGC merch. Your codes are all over in the producers only tab. Thank you, DGC producers.
Still think we should have gone gold leaf with it, but somebody but all the gold leaf in the country. You know who?
What do we got? Take it there, YouTube network.
Yeah.
Syndicated.
Grambo.
Who's syndicated? Yes.
Not sure what that means anymore. We're on YouTube, all right?
That's all.
Remember what you up to on YouTube, man? I was traveling. I missed your show this week.
You know, I've been using my overthinking skills on better judgment. So rather than going and eating some, late night pastry pasta or worse, been making YouTube videos at night. So I put out a couple display. I was a bud tender for years, so I kind of been doing some things where growing and commercial intersect. So
Hang on. We need to congratulate you, Grambo. I looked at your channel. It's excellent, but come on, show off. You got some serious numbers on that last video, right? The Great Sativa Scam, baby.
what's $500,000 in a month? No big deal.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, brother.
We've been
Proud of
doing
you,
this
man.
for years and years and years, and I give all the credit. Scotty's he's the sensei. I know I see the numbers. No one else sees the numbers, but I see the numbers.
Well,
I
thanks.
wasn't
It's
asking
been
for
a
that.
tribute.
It's a tribute to you guys. It's the Dude Grows.
No, you goofball. It's a tribute to you. You're talented. People actually like you, man. They want to hang out with you, brother. And I guess you have interesting things to say, too. I don't know. I have to watch the video. No, I'm just funning, man. But congratulations, brother. I love to see you succeed.
Well, thank you.
What do you got,
Definitely, Scotty Real 420. Like I said, I see the numbers, and I was quite shocked. You are crushing it. People think I'm crushing it. You are crushing it, my friend. You got great information.
It's hollow. Okay, Grambo, Nah, just funning. Thank you, my friend. I was actually, I got one I don't know that I released it yet. We were talking one about water quality. I told you I went down the rabbit hole with how to get my facts together on why that chlorinated water doesn't seem to hurt recharge. And man, it was really interesting. I started diving into some chemistry, and God, I wish I would have taken chemistry in college. Did you take chemistry, Grambo? Or did?
It's a bummer, right? Everything that I'm into now, I hate it then. Yeah. I want to.
You know why?
I'm going to take a trigonometry course this fall for fun.
It's called trigonometry, just so you know.
Well, I have to do calculus, then trigonometry.
There you go, man. I'm just funning with you. Why? No, but trigonometry I'm never going to use. But chemistry is really interesting, man. Those chemical reactions and why things happen the way they do. Can't believe that they figured it out 100 years ago, too. It's unbelievable.
Back you up with the Grow Talk.
Yes.
Chlorine won't kill recharge. I mean, I know what you mean is a municipal water supply that has an acceptable limit of, most of them, I think, use chloramine. I don't know if chlorine's more in rural areas still.
You want to hear something even crazier about chloramine? Chloramine immediately gets broken up into chlorine and ammonia. The chlorine becomes chloride, which is a micronutrient, and the ammonia goes down the nitrogen cycle and becomes usable nitrogen, ammonium nitrate. You know what I mean? Both those things get broken down into actual plant nutrition. It's amazing.
All right, you win. Chemistry is way more fascinating.
It's cool. It's freaking cool, man.
I want to know how many CFUs proliferate in a tap water versus a RO water, and I want to see the numbers.
It's interesting. We talked about that though, and RO water is such a pain in the ass to deal with. It's what do you make, a couple 100 gallons a day from a big RO filter? It has to sit in a giant tank. It's not like you just turn the spigot on like you would with a carbon filter. But man, carbon filters, they clean out a little bit of chlorine, which isn't really a problem. But if you've got hard water, dissolved magnesium or calcium or heavy metals or a bunch of iron, you need to completely RO that water, man. You can't just use a filter for it. It won't get it out because it's in solution.
I have really good water. I'm going to be spoiled when I move. I didn't even like the Colorado water off the tap when I was there. It was like, man,
I got to Costa Rica at night and I had zero. It's like a rental and they clean, everybody cleans it out or whatever. There was nothing here except the glass and the third world country drinking water. So I've been drinking the water, man. I've been drinking the water.
At the TGC Cup, the VIP party, somebody was like, we should have hired a water sommelier. Like there's actually like the water dude, like they like bring them to parties and they do different things with the water. And they're like, dude, it's totally worth it. And another person agreed. It's interesting.
If me and Grambo don't get bonuses before you hire an effing water sommelier, then it's gonna be a problem, man.
Look, right? I'm a water connoisseur, so I sign this. Let's go, dude.
I'd rather hear Grambo's opinion on this water.
Check out our other channel, DGC Grow Talk. That's where our consumable, our shorter clips are. And we did one on the driving, just keeping an eye on, what do we title it, Grambo?
Completely wrecked. Oh, that's so good, man. That's so good.
Oh, the cannabis DOI testing. We did a short on it because I always get fired up when this company is releasing and updating. I get a news hit. This DOI breathalyzer is getting closer to market. Investors invest more in the money-making aspect of it. But Tonic of Sonic says, one of my very best friends is an iron worker here in Minnesota. He and his crew have built pretty much all of the new large-scale bridges, as well as most of the new high schools. The entire crew smokes weed every day. They are a take no shit from the pencil pushers type of crew, and the people who contract them understand this, and yet they still get the big job, because they do a good job and they do it on time. So I was like,
I knew this guy. I was just going to say, I knew this guy. It was a weird job where you had to polish silver. This guy would just show up at like 10, 11 in the morning, obviously just came from the strip club, all jacked up, and he would do his job great. And they didn't give a shit. And they were like, hey, he's doing his job, It was, it's that kind of world, man. It is. Show up and do your job. And
remember when people say America used to work? I think that's what they meant.
This was a long time ago.
People.
It's true. It's true.
Tonic of Sonic also says, me personally, I worked in customers' homes for decades and was stoned every time I walked into a house. My reputation was so good, I was the guy that sent when nobody else could either figure out the problem or deal with the customer. Cannabis was the key to me being the best at what I did. So shout out to people that find, uses. People do plenty of other substances that give that, whether it's Adderall, this, that, or the other thing, which not nearly, everyone say it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthy. Go ahead.
Good tip in here, though. If you are going to smoke at work, smoke every single day so they never see you when you look, when you're not high,
You have to show up to your job interview high. High.
Driver's license, everything you do like that. Yep. That's just advice, all right? It's not legal advice.
That's an old head move, Scott.
Oh, shoot. I got one, dude. Can I shout out to a featured YouTube creator, man?
Yeah. What do you got?
I caught this. This was actually, I got to say, this is Cincy J420 on realdgc.com in the Growth Talk section. I was hanging out there and he found the secret hemp loophole nobody saw coming from the cannabis legalization news. And, yeah, that's good, man. He gives good information, man. I try not to hang out with lawyers a ton, but
actually,
listen. Yes, sir.
I'd seen that thumbnail of somebody's face, Grambo, with your YouTube research. I've been hearing that doing the old school picking the thumbnails from the video is trending back now. It's tired of all this AI shit. So now you got to keep an eye on that.
And he should know that closed mouth is testing better than open mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna. Man, that's what. There's so many jokes in there. I'm just leaving it, Grambo. Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff. But anyway, I'm sorry. What I wanted to say is, man, he was talking. First off, dude, I was trying to get this on the show, and dude's like, I don't see why it's news. And then he goes, it's from 6 months ago, man. I got to check the dates on shit. But I guess this is old news, but they're talking about the seed loophole that the seeds are, you're not going to be able to sell seeds anymore. There's going to be a ban on those, but they're not good at writing these laws. And so now there's they didn't do a good job of writing the law. So now there's a clone and tissue culture loophole. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. I don't know why that's in there. Actually, you guys give me some comments if you have any conspiracy theories. But why ban seeds but allow clones? And there's plenty of businesses. This is the next rush you're going to see coming towards the end of the year and early into next year is a plethora of clone businesses online, and you're going to have to sort through. We'll definitely have some BGC recommendations for you. But that's not a business that's easy to do. You got to have a lot of it dealing with a living plant, mailing a living plant. You got to be on point, and you got a reputation.
Yes. I have a business where I sell plants online. I ship plants, and bamboo is probably one of the strongest plants there is. And I cannot imagine what it would be like to sell clones. I very rarely have problems, but still you end up having problems sometimes. Couldn't imagine the customer service involved in selling clones. Come on, Grambo, you want to have a little fun? Want to laugh a little bit, man?
I do.
Do you like to laugh? Come on, dude, check this out. Click on this first one. Is this fake news? Is this truth stranger than fiction?
What's happening?
So times have caught up with New Jersey weed, man. And then scroll down. Who's the article by?
Jason Nark.
Jason Nark. Come on. That's fake, right? They just want to see if we're paying attention.
The simulation's speeding up.
So I'll speeding up here towards the end, Grambo. Good stuff. Good. Hey, I found a cool article. Do me a favor. Check this out. Click this next one if you would.
The fungi.
This is the fungi Orthoseptis uniralis. Infects carpenter ants in tropical forests, hijacks their nervous system to compel them to climb to a precise height, and then humidity locks their mandibles onto a leaf vein. Then they sprout a stalk from inside their brain. It's so crazy just the way nature works and the way, like I got a friend here that's sick. He's got a virus, and it's an infection that took over him and it's changing his behavior,
That's something that might make me stay in the house, like for real. If that shit comes our way, but shit, I get it. I'm staying home.
Yeah. Try
Throat
dengue,
fungus.
man. Dengue will make you want to stay in the house.
Dude,
I
that
was
is
hearing
gnarly.
about that today.
If you guys want to trip out just on YouTube, yeah, I guess you'd search like host fungus. They do it to wasps. There's parasitic wasps.
Yeah.
They'll do it to all types of different insects. And it makes like a zombie insect to do what benefits the other insect. It's just kind of creepy shiz. I don't think they have anything in mammals. Well, maybe rabies. Maybe rabies is kind of like that. I don't know.
Why, they got stuff that'll take you over.
Damn it, Grambo, you're right.
Damn, man. Where's the mic? We got to drop the mic, man. God, dude, he is a thinker. He is a thinker, Grandma. Funny and true. Yeah, but it is crazy the way that happens, though, man. A virus will come in, it'll take over your brain. What is it? Didn't syphilis make you crazy, Grambo? It's just kidding, man.
Yes, obviously.
What else you got?
Dude, you're a extreme sports guy. Is this an extreme sport? Click on this if you would, Grambo. Is being a human cannonball an extreme sport? There's not much skill to it, is there?
Yeah, you got to be pretty fit. Maybe got to know how to fly. They just launch them into a net, I think. Is that what we got going on?
It's scary, man. Look at that view, man, right?
I mean, you got to do some core engagement so you can get
something.
I'm not down. This is I'm not down.
Would you rather do that or hang on? Is he gonna? He's got to get ready. Come on, do it, man. Do it.
When is your son going to start doing this?
Yeah, right. You retire. I tell you what, do the next one, man. Is he going or what?
It was all
there we go. There we go. That is pretty hardcore. That's a short career now.
Red Bull is crazy. This is their marketing budget.
Yes. Yeah, they have people like walking from one airplane wing to the other. They are crazy, huh? How about this one? Is this Red Bull? Oh, he's got a Red Bull hat on, doesn't he?
No.
Yeah,
so what would you rather do? Get shot out of a cannonball or ride a mountain bike at 100?
I'm going with the cannon. I am going with the cannon.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt, man.
Wow.
Hold on, put me in there.
Golly. All right, you ready, Brett? You ready, dude? This is me and Grambo have a bet on this one.
All right, let's see.
Dude, what movie is this from, man?
No clue.
You owe me, Grambo. You owe me.
Yeah, no,
He's from Canada, all right? I don't even know if I played it.
Wait. Is it from a movie? Is the guy down in a pit? And
Damn it, man. You
It's
get
from,
credit. You get partial credit.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lamb.
Yeah.
it's the lotion on its skin. Close again.
They do the
I
good
went on
mockery of that, and Joe Dirt, I believe, has the best mockery I've seen.
Yeah. All right, man. These, come on. Ask it, man.
I went on a first date and took the girl to see Silence of the Lamb. It was a little uncomfortable. Comfortable.
Do you still hear them, Scott? The cries of the first dates.
Yes,
Hey,
I
still
do.
here.
The lamb stopped crying.
Subscribe to the channel. We're hitting you every Saturday. Don't forget, we are also over on realddc.com/TV every Wednesday at 4:20. And hope everything's okay. Sounds like
Yeah, nobody heard that, man. All right.
the ground.
Everything's cool, man. All right, everything's cool.
And hey, stay higher out there, guys. Glad you dig the show. Fun to hang. Peace out.
Yeah, you know what, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, stay cool out there, man. Stay cool. Grambo, stay cool, brother.